Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I see Gaming Wolf and Gaming with Silver Wolf and the Christian Carpenter here in chat. Good morning. Hello. I'm just gonna hang out here. I got a couple of articles to reference here, and I am going to sit just for a minute and pluck on my guitar for a moment. But I also have this idea that I think it would be fun, if y'all would play with me, y'all that come to this channel and interact with me. I would like y'all to play with me, and I think it would be fun, like, if each of y'all in the comment section put one line, and I can put those lines together from each individual, and I can try to make up or combine those to make a lyric to practice to, and kind of like just to mess around with, what I got to play on is a warm-up that I've been doing for a while. Just noodling, following the scale. Oh, I really did check the tuning on this, but I must have not done well enough, so that's embarrassing. I should have had this. I was playing it. I did not hear that out of tuneness at first. I wonder if I hit the head. Oh, here it is. This one's it right here. Oh, yeah, we need to come up a little bit too. Come on. Get up there. Get up there. Ah, there you are. Woo! All right, get it going, get it going, get it going. Good morning, Dr. Mordecai. La la la, la la la, la 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 la. la la. La la la. Oh yeah. La 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 la. La la la. La la la. La la la. Oh la la la. Oh, let's take it home. Oh, I roam. I'm a wandering sheep, and that's alright with me. Come along, let's hang out. That's what I'm about. Oh la 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 la. Alright. Something like that. I don't know. Yep. I wonder how you say the reverse of Allah Akbar. Allah or shit. I don't know. Maybe I'm making a bad joke. I'm just trying to riff right now. I'm improvising right now. Just right off the top of the dome. Not planned. Just hanging out. Waking up and seeing what's going on with the world today. And saying hello to my friends. Allah ain't so Akbar. Yeah. I agree, Dr. Monk. Mordecai. Yep. Yeah. So last night I watched the first debate I have watched in a long while over there on Modern Debate, and there's somebody that I recently had subscribed to. Somebody I had just taken notice to is the Kentucky Atheist. Muslim Vikings go to Valhalla Akbar. Good morning, trees. Good morning. Yeah, that was a good debate. It was a cordial conversation. He debated T-Rock, which is a creationist person. But although he was a creationist, he did have quite a bit of knowledge about the science findings, and they had a good conversation. And I put his link down in the channel if y'all are unfamiliar with him. He's somebody I've just recently took a notice to and started checking out. listening to what he's got to say. Good morning, native atheist. Good morning. Yeah, I'm still expanding and finding new people and exploring the channels. You know what? Like one thing I could talk about is like whenever I'm on social media, like I check out the people that I'm talking to. Like if I've gone to your page, or if you find me leaving comments on your channel, like I've actually looked at your about page and pretty much gone through, A to Z on whichever social media platform it is. YouTube and Facebook is the one that I mainly mess with. But I find it funny though. Like some people message me on Facebook and they're it doesn't seem like they know anything about me. And there's some of them that it's kind of comical. Like I even got asked, "Hey, could you send me your a picture of your driver's license? I just want, like, acting like as if they didn't trust talking to me." And it's like, well, like, are you gonna show me your driver's license first? Like, you're the one who sent me a friend request. Uh, but yeah, like I check out people's profiles and stuff. Um, and I don't know. I just enjoy looking at different personalities and different points of view on things. Dr. Mordecai is saying, I like debates where they throw punches. Yeah. Yeah, where, if you mean that metaphorically, like, asking good questions and it's not just, well, you're stupid because you think this or that, and it gets all like, dumpster fire, it's just angriness. Never debate a person with a gun. Got that right. And that's a great little segue into one of the things that I linked in the description. Is there were some shootings going on yesterday here in Texas. Looking at my local news, uh, from Dallas to Houston, things are popping off over here. And one of them, there's three of them that are links to little short news clips, and one of them is a robbery of a Walgreens, and um, there is some violence in it. There's no blood, no one gets shot or anything like that. But is a local news channel that released this footage. But these guys go in there and they steal stuff, and they take a bag from a trash can, and it's one of those clear bags that is paper freaking thin. And if you're ever dealt with trash, you know that, putting weight in those thin plastic bags, they ain't gonna hold much weight. These guys get into the office with the safe. They have the people that are working there inside the office with them. They get them to open it up. They take the contents out of there and put it into this thin bag and try to lift it up, and it just all falls out. So they take the trash can, they start dumping it in there. I think they actually at that point in time, I think they had gotten away with it and they are on the run. But yeah, um, yeah, I'd say be careful out there. And another one that I put in the link was a Dallas shooting at a festival, and it started over a bottle of water. If I'm recalling correctly, it started off over something trivial, and then things escalated, and a dude pulled his gun and opened fire, and things got crazy. And another one was at a car place down in Houston, Southwest Houston, where uh, it was just a customer and a person who serviced the vehicle. Um, they got in a fight, and the customer pulled a gun on him. Yeah, guns are evil. Yeah. It's like once you unbox something, no, it's hard to put it back in the box and be like, no, let's not use this tool. This tool can get misused and cause massive devastation. But unfortunately, people are not completely agreed on how to handle all of that, unfortunately. But yeah, that's stuff I saw in the news. That's yesterday's news, you know, from Texas. But yeah, but I also got some other things I found interesting. It's crazy. The Amazon River, Brazil drought. And what I'm reading from is Reuters. This is by Bruno Kelly and Jake Spring. Yeah, the Amazon River fell to its lowest level in over a century on Monday at the heart of the Brazilian rainforest as a record drought upends the lives of hundreds of thousands of people and damage the jungle ecosystem. Rapidly dying tributaries to the mighty Amazon have left boats stranded, cutting off food and water supplies to remote villages, while high water temperatures are suspected of killing more than 100 endangered river dolphins. Port of Manaus, the region's most populous city, at the meeting of the Rio Negro and the Amazon River, recorded 13.59 meters or 44.6 feet of water on Monday compared to 17.60 a year ago, while according to its website, that is the lowest level since records began in 1902, passing a previous all-time low set in 2010. After months without rain, rainforest village Pedro Mendoza, oh, Pedro Mendonça was relieved when a Brazilian NGO delivered supplies to his riverside community near Manaus late last week. It was very dry. For where I was at, we took a stick and we measured it out to be 2 feet, and I was able to push it down inside of a crack that had opened up. There was a bunch of cracks in the dirt, and I was able to just push it down into the ground. It was wild dry. And the Amazon is teeming with all kinds of fish that, or at one time, that you can't really find anywhere else in the earth. It really does have uh, a diverse ecosystem. Dr. Mordecai is saying, uh, I have used a gun to shoot nails into concrete when I was a nail banger. Yeah, yeah. I have used those too. You use them to go into the foundation, and you just put your weight on it, and it pops. It's like I think it's smaller than a 22 bullet. But yeah, you can shoot a nail right into the concrete and anchor onto it. That is pretty useful. That makes the work go pretty quick. Um, yeah, if y'all have spent enough time with me, you've probably heard me tell my story of shooting myself with the nail gun, with the 1.5-inch nail gun. Shot my middle finger and pointer finger together, and it just went just along the skin, just enough. Yikes! But yeah, um, yeah, those machines and stuff do not care about us. They don't. Just like nature, it really doesn't care about us. It will do what it's gonna do. But yeah, Amazon here, people brought their supplies just to make it go, to make it. They say, we have gone 3 months without rain here in our community. A person who lives in Santa Helena do Ingles, west of Manus, the capital of the Amazon state. It is much hotter than the past droughts. Some areas of the Amazon have seen the least rain from July on September since 1980, according to the Brazilian government disaster alert center. Their science ministry blames the drought on this year's onset of the El Nino climate phenomenon, which is driving extreme weather patterns globally. In a statement earlier this month, the ministry said it expects the drought will last until at least December, when El Nino's effects are forecast to peak. There's been 481,000 people as of Monday, according to the Civil Defense Agency, in the state of the Amazons where Manaus is located. It is given nearly 500,000 people have been going through some hardships, that's for sure. Late last week, workers from Brazilian NGO Fundaco Amazona, the FAS. There's a group called FAS, and they fanned out across the parched region near Manaus to deliver food and supplies to vulnerable villages. The drought has threatened their access to food, drinking water, and medicines, which are usually transported by river. Uh, Nelson Mendonça, a community leader in St. Helena, said some areas are still reachable by canoe, but many boats have not been able to bring supplies along the river, so most goods are arriving by tractors or on foot. It's not very good for us because we are practically isolated, he said. Wow, that would be pretty tough to be stuck out in that deep jungle. That is one of the fastest ways to travel if you don't have a vehicle, especially if you don't have a clear path and you gotta fight through weeds and vines and all that stuff. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah. So the Amazon River is dried up. I've never seen that in my lifetime or heard of that in my lifetime. And supposedly it has been documented to where that is so. That's wild. Yeah. But but yeah, that one. That's probably going to change the ecosystem quite a bit. Theoretically, good morning. Good morning. The effects of that probably going to be pretty lasting. I have another article I was looking at. This one was from physics.org. Scientists and philosophers identify nature's missing evolutionary law. This one's from October 16th, 2023 by the Carnegie Institute for Science. A paper published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Science describes a missing law of nature, recognizing for the first time an important norm within the natural world's workings. In essence, the new law states that complex natural systems evolve to states of greater patterning, diversity, and complexity. In other words, evolution is not limited to life on Earth. It also occurs in other massively complex systems, from planets and stars to atoms, minerals, and more. Okay. It was authored by a 9-member team: scientists from the Carnegie Institute for Science, the California Institute of Technology, and Cornell University, and philosophers from the University of Colorado. Macroscopic, macroscopic laws of nature describe and explain phenomena experienced daily in the natural world. Natural laws relate to forces and motion, gravity, electromagnetism, and energy. For example, were described more than 150 years ago. The New York the new work presents a modern edition, a macroscopic law recognizing evolution as a common feature of the natural world's complex system, which are characterized as follows. Like whenever I think of complexity and making things more intricate, it makes me think of mechanics and stuff. Like if you're building something, you try to make it in as less pieces as possible. I don't know. That's usually one of my goals is to make it to where there's as little movement as possible and to have very minimal amount of parts that move. The more complex things get, the more difficult. And really, when you make something really complex, you're making something that will have problems. It will start to break down, which I think that comes up in this article. Let me back up. Let me see. The new work presents a modern edition, a macroscopic law recognizing evolution as a common feature of the natural world's complex systems, which are characterized as follows. All right, they got 3 points right here. They are formed from many different components, such as atoms, molecules, or cells, that can be arranged and rearranged repeatedly. The second one is are subject to natural processes that cause countless different arrangements to be formed. And the third one is only a small fraction of all these configurations survive in a process called selection for function, which philosophically speaking, that is important to me. I am pragmatic. I like, excuse me, I like things to be pragmatic, to be useful. And it looks like they've made that as a part of their criteria for this uh, law, this new law that's being presented. This article goes on to say, regardless of whether the system is living or non-living, when a novel configuration works well and functions and proves, evolution occurs. The author's law of increasing functional information states that the system will evolve if many different configurations of the system undergo selection for one or more functions. I'm going to say that one more time. The authors states that the system will evolve if Many different configurations of the system undergo selection for one or more functions. So I guess if one event leads to another event, you have something that is functioning and has some type of motion. And an important component of this proposed natural law is the idea of selection for function, says Carnegie astrobiologist Dr. Michael L. Wong. This was the first author of the study. I'm going to go check out the chat, see what's being said over here. Natural is always good. Yeah, nature is, the only thing I know that I can be able to measure in any type of way. Yeah, then you get into the supernatural stuff, it's like, okay, can I stick a ruler up against it? Will it react to light? Can I smell it? What senses is it triggering for her experience? And nature trips my trigger. I mean, there are pictures that people take that are just stunning, and to be out in it and just to be in a nice spot where you can absorb that moment of nature, it feels good and it's amazing. Six beats to a measure. I'm gonna have to play with that. I like messing with all the different patterns that you can do with music. That's like my experiment with my music is going through those patterns and exploring them. The two albums I've done, Truth Claims and Fallacious Thoughts and Behaviors, there's not one repeating um, scale. All of them have been different. Each song has a different, but that is something that that is how I explore music. Let me get back to this. I kind of went off on a tangent here. See what else they say about this. An important component of this proposed natural law is the idea of selection for function, says Carnegie astrobiologist Dr. Michael L. Wong, who first authored the study. In the case of biology, Darwin equated function primarily with survival, the ability to live long enough to produce fertile offspring. The new study expands that perspective, noting that at least three kinds of function occur in nature. Okay. The most basic function is stability. Okay, so you have to have some stability. The most basic function is stability. Stable arrangements of atoms or molecules are selected to continue. Also chosen to persist are dynamic systems with ongoing supplies of energy. The third and most interesting function is novelty, the tendency of evolving systems to explore new configurations that sometimes lead to startling new behaviors or characteristics. I'm kind of confused. What did I miss here? Right here. it says the new study expands that perspective, noting that at least three kinds of function occur in nature, which one of the functions is stability. And then they say the third and most interesting function is novelty, which I think that is the second one that I see: stability, novelty. Where's the third one? Is that a. Did I find an inconsistency in this article? Hmm. Let me continue and see what else. Life's evolutionary history is rich with novelties. Photosynthesis evolved when single cells learned to harness light energy. Multicellular life evolved when cells learned to cooperate, and species evolved thanks to advantageous new behaviors such as swimming, walking, flying, and thinking. The same sort of evolution happens in the mineral kingdom. The earliest minerals represent particularly stable arrangements of atoms. Those primordial minerals provided foundations for the next generations of minerals, which participated in life's origins. The evolution of life and minerals are intertwined, as life uses minerals for shells, teeth, and bone. Dr. Mordecai says, "You missed where God did it." Yeah, see, and looking at life and it being that it is so complex makes me think there's more likely not a creator of the universe. Um, to me, it is matter and energy, and it's so complex that um, that it makes me think that that is not very likely that there is a creator who made every last little tweak of everything and like finely tuned everything. What a daunting task that would be. Like, I don't know. I just see the nature as it is. It's like you got matter and energy, and you throw motion into there, and you have uh, life, and you have the universe. There's so many different parts of life, what makes up life. It's amazing. It's really something to investigate and explore. The same sort of evolution happens in the mineral kingdom. The earliest minerals represent particularly stable arrangements of atoms. Those primordial minerals provided foundations for the next generations of minerals, which participated in life's origins. The evolution of life and minerals are intertwined, as life uses minerals for shells, teeth, and bone. Indeed, Earth's minerals, which began with about 20 at the dawn of our solar system, now number almost 6,000 known today, thanks to ever more complex physical, chemical, and ultimately biological processes over 4.5 billion years. One thing leads to another. Yeah. What if Jesus had a magic wand? Yeah. If he did, I'd tell him where to shove it. Ah! Yeah. I think I need to give my voice a rest here for a minute. I've got a little bit of a crackliness to it. There it goes again. Like I want to do that thing. Get a sip. But I think I'm gonna head out for the day. Go make something happen today. Go do something. Progress a little more. Push it a little bit further. All right. I wish y'all well-being, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.